All right, welcome everyone to a very special Rampage. Not just because we're doing it again and we haven't done it in a while, just because of the weight of what's been going on this week, and we also have All In to celebrate. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So get your chats ready. I am joined by the final boss, Knock. How you doing on Friday night here for
We're
Rampage?
back here again 2 days in a row with your boys. Come tap in with the West Coast Podcast. It's a very torn day, if you will. A lot of excitement, a lot of sadness, but it should be a good show, man. Jump in with your boys and yeah, let's get through this together.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about it. Let us know in the comments your favorite Bray Wyatt, your favorite Terry or Funk moments. It's a lot to talk about tonight. We didn't see SmackDown because it comes on later here in Los Angeles, but feel free to spoil or talk about it. That's what we're here for tonight. We're going to celebrate it. We are going to talk about NWA 75. We are going to talk about All In a lot. We are going to play trivia. It's only 7 questions, but we're still going to have some fun. Bray Wyatt, Terry Funk, All In SummerSlam 92 trivia. And we are going to talk about our poll with Edge and if he should go to AEW, if he stays with WWE, or if he should retire. We're going to talk about that. So a lot of good stuff, but a lot of remembering. This is Bray Wyatt heavy. I just want to let everyone know I'm a Terry Funk fan. It's just Bray Wyatt's one of my all-time favorites just because of creativity. You can see I got the merch. I'm a huge fan. We're going to do a special remembrance of him at the end. As they're doing remembrance right now as Rampage kicks off. So glad to have everybody here. Noob, how are you doing? Hope you're doing all right. Zoe is here, Knock. What's going on, Zoe? Yeah, very sad to see. Rampage is starting up now. All right, everything's getting going here. This is the card so far. We're getting double dose of QT Marshall tonight. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Knock will be right back. We also got the main event, a tag team with the women who are going to face off in their match at All In. Are you excited? Are you going to see All In? Are you going to pay the $50 for this and All Out next week? Let us know. Luchasaurus will be in action, and coming out right now is Orange Cassidy. He's going to be taking on Aaron Solo. I mean, it's a Rampage card. Welcome back to Friday nights, everyone. Glad to be here. Knock is back. Here we go. We're here. It is Rampage.
Man, I must have got sniped by the Wi-Fi, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm in the Eric Wi-Fi.
Straw power. Yeah, send some love to Eric in the chat too. He's out there. We still keep in touch, and he's doing all right. We love him.
Yes, sir. Everyone in chat, man. Thanks for everyone jumping in here, man. You're all making this feel like a big, important show. Rampage.
Look, I love doing this. I think we promote Rampage more than TK promotes Rampage, but that's because we have fun and it's because of you, the community. So again, leave comments. We want your thoughts. This is your space to vent about things that have been going on in the wrestling world this past week. And we're also going to have some fun and celebrate wrestling too, because the 2 people that passed this week are 2 people that brought us in big time. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah, Noob, it has been sad, but we're here to focus on the positives and what these people brought to us, and even what QT Marshall will bring to us tonight.
The Latin America AAA champion.
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, man, that's random.
We're going to do trivia kind of early because I'm sure some things got... one of the questions might have gotten spoiled tonight with SmackDown. So, but I only have 7 questions, but we're going to have some fun.
Yes, sir. And your boy is here looking for the trivia championship.
Ooh, yeah, dig it. Who is it? This girl like changes every time I see her on TV. Now she sings?
Oh, you're talking about so she's been around the block a little bit. I think she was like, I don't know if it was a faction or a group. She was with like Scarlett Bordeaux and Shotzi, and she did the music video for the Iconics Inspiration in TNA.
Oh wow, okay.
What's her name in AEW? Harley Cameron? Is that her name
now? That's it. Yep. That's right. I do not have full predictions, and there's a reason why. There's only 2 matches I'm excited for. If you want to put anything out there, I'll put it up on the screen, Noob. You are our NWA person, but I got to say, 2 nights of NWA is 2 nights too many for this guy. Some shout out to you right there, knocking fat laces.
What's up, bruv? Am I back here? Because my Wi-Fi is looking crazy.
You're in. I can hear you. You're good.
Did you hear anything I said about Harley Cameron?
We got it all. And
I was
Valet
trying
says
to get
hook
it
me up
out.
with third Danielson.
Someone sniping me.
Zoe wants the chip. Everyone's in here. Thank you so much for joining us on a Friday night. It is good to be back. Good to be back with Knock on board too. This is it. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. And we're going to compare Knock. I know you're a young buck. You don't remember when Coliseum Home Video released SummerSlam 92 on VHS. And when you went to go get it from your local video store, not even a big chain, your local video store, it was already rented out. So then you had to wait weeks and weeks and weeks. So you saw the event at Wembley about 4 or 5 months after it actually happened. We're going to compare that to what's going to happen with All Out this weekend on Sunday. Excuse me, All In.
All in, all out's next weekend. And hey, I don't know how they're going to jam pack all this together.
Oh, man. Hey, good to see you. Ready or Not Wrestling. Harley Cameron greater than Jillian Hall. I will take that. There's nothing on her face.
I remember when Jillian Hall, speaking of her, got terrorized by the boogeyman back in the day, man. That's like the most thing I remember her for.
Her biggest angle. We're going to talk about, you want to jump into something about All In? We'll talk about the women at the women's match, because I know you wanted to talk about that more during our predictions.
100%.
Check that out. But I got a slide for that because the women, I don't know, man. The women in AEW.
Yeah, I mean, can we get some screen time for them? Can we find a spot, not just the corner of the poster? Can we get them? Like, we're promoting the hell out of this main event world title match. Can we see something for Hikaru Shida? I thought Britt would do the rounds of some of the promos.
I agree, man. We missed it too, Ready or Not. Miss all you guys. This is great. Great having you here. This is great Friday night. September's age, shake it all about. That's a good one.
Good to see
Hokey Pokey belt. The Hokey Pokey belt will be defended after the Texas Chainsaw Massacre belt. Let me know if anyone played that game. I really want to.
I need you guys to know Jeff Jarrett is an inaugural champion in 2023, okay? And he didn't have to book himself to win the belt.
All right, Noob says the 2 matches on NWA 75 are main event matches. One of them I want to see is not a main event, Noob. Let's just talk about it right now. Let's get into it because we love talking about stuff. And Noob, thank you for always contributing. Let me just get to the slide really quick here. Let me just try to find it.
Good to see Aaron Solo getting some time. I still don't really know his repertoire or his in-ring ability because we haven't seen too much of him.
Where is my slide for NWA? There it is. All right, Noob, this is all I care about at NWA 75. The first night's main event, Camille versus Natalia Markova. I do believe Markova should get the belt. I'm good on Camille. It's been a record, but we need new women blood in NWA because I'm not really. We need a new title holder.
They do, and I will say to Natalia's credit, I think she travels a little more. I see her popping up like almost everywhere. It'd be good to get, like you said, new blood on there. And Camille's been a dominant champion. She's been champion for what, 3 years now? Since Serena Deeb, I think it was. You took it from, or was it Thunder? No, I think it was Serena Deeb.
I can't remember. They just have that grandparents like picture of themselves on the front of it.
Nubico, let me know because I went back and forth, and right on time it was like Thunder Rosa, Serena Deeb, and I think Camille took it after that whole feud. I'm not too sure though.
But honestly, the women's championship match is the only thing I really care about, other than Matt Cardona with an open challenge. And Mr. Alpor, thank you. We just loved the community, man. Nothing but positivity here, and we absolutely love it, especially in a terrible week like this week.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on who would answer the open challenge by Matt Cardona?
Who's out there, man? I think it's gonna be someone big. I think Matt Cardona's been doing a great job. I don't know if you guys seen his Ghostbusters, the Death Match Busters he did with Steph DeLander for the last show, but it was really good.
Yeah, I don't think he should sign with WWE ever again. I think he's doing just fine.
He's pushing hard to go back. I mean, he is begging to come back. He drove past Stanford. He had him in the picture saying, "Take me back. I'll do anything." But I think he's actually earned it. I didn't think he'd be this much of a sensation on the Indies, but I think he's earned it.
Okay. If there's anything else new, let us know. I know the NWA World Title match is already a mess because Tyrus is fighting his kids now. I don't know. Whatever, man. I'm good on Tyrus.
He said something crazy.
he said if his kids use pronouns, he's gonna. I'm not gonna quote what he said, but just look, man. All right, we got Camille needs to hold that belt until she hits 1,000 days, and she's in the Mildred movie too. That's right, she did. Nice job, Ready or Not. I love it. Yeah, she replaced I think Charlotte in the Mildred Burke movie.
Yeah, I think I seen her post about. There's a few people in there. I keep forgetting, but there's a good amount of wrestlers in there, which I'm
Hmm.
glad they're doing.
Yep. And it's not who was winning the Burke. I believe she'd take the Burke everywhere, including WWE, but I don't want history to repeat itself. And the big women's title going to AEW. Yeah.
I was surprised we haven't seen either of them. Like Camille was on AW during the pandemic to build up her match against Layla Hirsch. I'm surprised I
Hmm.
haven't seen Natalia Markova over there.
All right. I don't have any now, but let us know if you got any news or rumors that's going out there. Anyone in the chats too.
Ooh. I got something. I don't know if it's gonna be a trivia thing, but maybe not. But I did read something before we went live that TK's been doing the rounds for the media stuff, and they've been asked questions. And he said if TK said if anything happens to him, if he gets hit by a bus or if he wants to step away, the person in charge is Brian Danielson. He trusts him that much. He has that much of a working relationship with him. He loves the guy.
Okay. I mean, he's a great thing for wrestling, no matter what facet you put him in.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny.
The
Stadium.
OVW Netflix show. Yeah, that's coming out. I don't
Oh
have
yeah.
Netflix anymore, so I won't be watching it.
Yeah, I hardly watch Netflix anymore. I used to watch Netflix a lot. I don't know if you guys watch any Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch, but that was amazing on Netflix. I used to watch that. I mean, it's originally on BBC, but us in America get to watch on Netflix.
Gotcha.
Um, they used to have some hits. I'm kind of like a Hulu Disney Plus guy now.
Pretty much the same. Yeah. Which that's going up now.
Oh, if you guys are playing any video games, Stadium Stampede was now added to AW Fight Forever. I think about the name of the game for a second. I bought the game, haven't touched it since. But there was some confusion, I think, last time. You have to actually own the game, I believe, to play that mode. It's not for free. It's free if you have the game.
Okay. All right. Apparently, the after week 2, Fight Forever online play dropped over 50%, and now it is. It's in total from when it started. It's less than 20% of what it was.
It
So that
just
game fell
breaks my
off.
heart because they could have done so much with this game. The roster is great. The roster of wrestlers is amazing. But when you cut the entrances, you don't have like a fully fleshed out like story. The hit detection's off. You take the fun out of the game, and the game was supposed to be fun with the gameplay, and it's just a little wonky.
Hmm. All right. Well, let us know if you got any news and rumors out there. If there's anything you want to talk about. We're just gonna touch on this right now as Harley Cameron sings. Terry Funk. If you have any memories of Terry Funk, we'd love to hear them. I got into Terry Funk through Mick Foley, and later on, when I found out he was in Roadhouse, I got into his older stuff. So, if you have any memories of Terry Funk, he was an innovator, and like Eric said in the chat, he lived the business. Like he was I, another version, kind of like a Ric Flair of living the business.
He truly was, man, living in business, and like it was like two two sides of the same coin with him and Flair. Like I don't think he gets enough credit, like mainstream, for how great and influential he was for wrestling. But the real know, the wrestlers know, the real like hardcore fans know.
Mhm. I got into his ECW stuff a lot. I got to see him in ECW, and man, you can just go down a rabbit hole of Terry Funk matches.
Yeah. And a lot of people he's inspired. There's a few guys out here in the SoCal area that I didn't even know got to train with him, but they did, and they were posting some pictures. Man, it's really incredible stuff.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, what happened yesterday, Wyndham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt, Husky Harris has passed at the age of 36. Um, I just like positive comments, no matter what you got here. Any great moments of Bray Wyatt? Again, he's one of my favorites to constantly push the envelope of what you can do in wrestling. To always want to do something more and be better to test the audience as well. He was something that was very, very special in today's modern era of wrestling.
Yeah, and it really just is very sad to hear. It shocked me when I saw the news yesterday. What he brought to wrestling was incredible. I never thought we'd see someone with like the presentation of a Taker, but then even take it a step further. He had so many creative ideas. Like when we talk about creatives in wrestling, you think of like a Matt Hardy. All these people, these like just the way their mind works to come up with stuff that's so outside the box. The whole Fiend thing to get something like that off the ground in wrestling is incredible. And I know he was still working on some other stuff. I know, like even back
Yep.
in the day, maybe when we first started the podcast, we were talking about like we'd love to see Bray Wyatt like outside of wrestling. He was one. I think he
Yep.
was one of our picks to cross over because he was just so in tune with that. He could have been such a great horror star or just something like that, man.
Yep. There's something he was still working on. He was at Warner Brothers in my past Warner Brothers studios every month. We go past about 2 or 3 times a month, I'd say. That spot where he took that picture like a year and a half ago. I always think of him, so it's kind of a memory. But yeah, let us know anything that you want to remember Bray Wyatt for. Honestly, one of the coolest things. This is a while ago when he was in that tag match with Roman and he was pinning someone,
Yes.
and then Roman was about to spear, and he was
Yes.
looking, and he just points over for Roman to spear. I thought that was so damn cool.
I've seen that clip a million times, and I don't. It doesn't ever get old because I feel like that was organic. I don't think they talk about, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this in the end of the match. I feel like that was so organic and it was so well timed. Everything came together for that moment, and in that storyline, these two guys, they hated each other in that feud,
Yeah.
and see them work together and actually like, you know what, we're actually a good team. I seen the look in Roman's eyes. Roman sold it pretty well too, and when they got the pin, it was just he was such a he was so in the moment with his stuff. It was incredible, and the prep work he did. We got to see him. My first ever SmackDown show. It was a SmackDown live event. It wasn't televised. It was at the Staples Center. I think before the pandemic, 2019. We got to see him in a match. He was Universal Champion with his customized Universal belt against, I believe, The Miz and Bryan Danielson. I think were in a match. We got to see that Fiend entrance live.
Yes.
And it was incredible, man.
Oh man, it was. There was no one except for the Undertaker that really hit me seeing live. Kane. It depends on where you sat for Kane to be cool. But other ones, it's just depending on if you like them, if you get the pop, if they're hot like The Rock or LA Knight is today. So it was all Wyndham. It was all Wyndham coming up with ideas and saying screw being the chubby guy. Husky Harris, I don't want to do that. So good for him. He knew who he was, and he worked things into his storytelling. He worked his personal issues into his storytelling, and you could see with his latest stuff with Uncle Howdy. I know fans were getting frustrated, but it was a long-term storytelling of him going through demons, wearing masks to get through things, and just overcoming what's inside of you to just keep going in life. So.
Yeah, and I would have loved to see that story play out, man. Obviously, it's long build. When he came back, when he was supposed to come back, I think he did some special stuff. I know, I don't know for a fact, but I feel like his brother Bo Dallas was going to be in the mix as well. And I would have loved to see them to do something more.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep talking about him. We just had QT Marshall and Jim Ross. Let me hit these chats up right here. Kim's looking like she can be the next Miss All Power. There you go. Get it how you get it. Noob, there is no free play. For Fight Forever, we're talking. Do I still like Rampage? Let's move on to the next one. Fat Laces in the chat here. Clash of Champions.
This is the Rampage
trilogy. This is. Funk came out and Swerve Flair and pile drived him through the table. Legendary. There's one for everyone to look up. Thank you, Mr. All Power. Nate, thank you for checking in. We're all at lost words. Probably one of the biggest stars of our generation. We talked about Wyndham being the needle mover if he got moved over to AEW.
Yeah, we talked about a lot. There was a lot of possibilities, man.
So many. Nate's and this is wrestling. Keep them coming. Let us know. We're going to celebrate Terry Funk and Wyndham Rotunda all night. Bray Wyatt, 36 years old. He was very good for wrestling. He pushed everyone. He pushed the viewers. Not too many people do it. A lot of people are just like okay with whatever. And I don't know, man. When you want to test the audience and test your art, that's you can't.
Yeah, he never played it safe. He took a lot of risk to go from that Bray Wyatt character that we see in the Wyatt family to take a risk to jump to the Fiend. Come on, man. That's a huge risk.
You and I were sitting in the break room at our last job watching that on our phone and being like, what the hell is this crap? And then he shut us both the hell up, man.
I remember me and Eric were on our way to this free running gym to work on our stuff. And I admitted to him that Uber, I was like, yo, I was wrong about this guy, man. This character's amazing.
Definitely. QT's a champion, Triple A Mania. Since what, last week, Knock?
I believe so. I believe it won last week.
Okay. Bray for Hall of Fame could possibly. I'd give it a little bit to rest. Let it Let it marinate
I think. Do you think Bo would induct him whenever he gets up to that day, or you think Braun maybe some combo of that?
I think it's his brother and his dad. So I mean, we'll talk about his dad. He was in SummerSlam 92 over at Wembley, so we'll talk about that. And you're going to participate in trivia. Awesome, Nate. All right, let's move on. We are at commercial break. Keep everything coming.
Yeah, we're here, man. We're going to be here for Rampage stream, the return of Zach's Rampage stream, which is clearly the hottest Rampage stream in the works, in the building, in the world.
I think it's the only one other than people who do Rampage and SmackDown. Hassan, how you doing? And there are more than one royal family in wrestling. That's true, man. That holds over for so many families.
There does. There is. There's a lot of wrestling families that we don't even really know about. I mean, Carbella's dad was a wrestler as well.
Yep. All right. Not sure where we're going next. We're on commercial break again. Knock, what do you want to talk about? Anything in particular?
I mean, we got Rampage going on, but besides that, I want to hear from you guys. We have a lot of people jumping in here. I see Hassan in there, Nate, Mr. All Power. Keep the Bray Wyatt stories coming. If you guys got to see him live, where you got to see him live, or your favorite moments, like Zach was saying earlier, just keep that going in there. All In is this weekend. Huge pay-per-view. Very excited for. Can't wait to watch. But yeah, just let us know how you guys have been doing. Check in with your boys. This is 2 days in a row we've been streaming. We're trying to get these videos back up for you guys. So it's really good to talk to you guys. I'm glad you guys are in this chat with us.
Yeah, we love it. We're getting back in there. For those who aren't familiar with YouTube, when you get certain strikes, they kind of push your stuff to the side, and it is what it is. So we're kind of holding off, and we both, just wanted to do this at least, do our all-in predictions, and then we'll all be back in the podcast soon. Me, Eric, and I can't wait to get back into it. Yeah, we're just looking forward to it, and our strike is done this weekend, so we're gonna be out there.
Yeah, we are. I can't wait to talk about my Impact Wrestling. Excuse me, Trinpact Wrestling.
Trinpact Wrestling. Oh man, I guess Rampage is mine. It's my redheaded stepchild.
Oh gosh, hey, don't compare Zach and Rampage. I actually like Impact. Okay, Zach is just out here for the views. I like Impact Wrestling.
I'm actually here because of the community. I was going to stop doing this, and then everyone kept coming in the community. I love it. Nate, everyone, Mr. All Power, Ready or Not, everyone who's here, just thank you so much. This has been great. This is like Eddie Guerrero 2023. I still have my Eddie Guerrero shirt, the red version, which proceeds went to the family for the funeral and everything like that. And now they're doing with Bray Wyatt. If you buy Bray Wyatt merchandise on WWE.com, they have it set up to where all the money is going to go towards the family.
Yeah, that was really a class act from WWE. I'm glad they're doing that.
All right. Gravity is up fighting QT Marshall. Did I watch SmackDown? No, Mr. All Power. It does come on in about an hour here in Los Angeles. So I'll watch it later tonight and probably cry my eyes out.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough watch, man. I was telling Zach and Chad, there's some few people I've been seeing. Like I know Cody Braun was there, Eric Rowan. I know Alexa Bliss tried to fly in, but she's pregnant right now, and the flight wouldn't have worked out for her to get there. She did do a video that was hard to watch.
All right, Joker Sting is back. You like Joker Sting, Knock?
I love Joker Sting, man. What he did in Impact was great. I think he won the world title while he was as Joker Sting. It was just a different side of Sting. It was a more, not the less serious side. And if you see that in AEW, it'd be really cool to see as well.
Okay. There you go, random one. Not a fan of JD either, but people got good stories about Bray Wyatt. Thank you, Nate. A-Rod says, damn, we lost a future legend. 100%. I really hope Bo, I forgot his brother's real name, but I hope Bo tells the story of what was supposed to happen with Uncle Howdy and the complex storytelling that was long-term and thought out.
Yeah, I want to see that. And I would love to see if Taker eventually tells people what he actually told Bray at his last Raw ever in that moment where he shared with him to pass him the torch.
Yep. I'd love to know. Gravity's Mandio's brother, do you want to see them versus the Lucha Brothers?
Ooh, that would be amazing. I actually wonder, let me know in the chat, have they ever actually wrestled as a tag team?
Fat Lace is kind of salty. Miro's not on the card for Wembley. I am too. And Knock, what do you want to see from All In? We're going to talk about All In, but anything in particular anyone in the chat want to see from All In?
I wanted to see more women. I wanted to see more women's wrestling on All In, not just one match.
Yeah.
We need to. You're putting the women in a very tough spot here. You're putting one match in the card. It's going to get mixed in the shuffle. there's no real promotion behind it. Like I said, MJF and Adam Cole are in Hot Ones. They're doing like promotion for it. So I think you're really setting them up in a bad light here. So get them a
Mhm.
night spotlight. Let them live up to the hype. Get more women on the card.
Rampage did a spot in the very beginning for Bray with a
Oh,
graphic.
they added a spot.
Yeah. I know I missed one from somewhere here. Oh, here we go. Fat Lisa says Jade should be part of All In as well. I agree. This was her show. What we did Friday nights. How many week after week after week do we watch her go through people? This is her show. She's not even on the card. I know she's taking time off, but I mean, like people who earned the Wembley spot, she's definitely one of them.
She definitely earned it. Imagine a Jade Cargill entrance at Wembley.
That bitch. Do you like John Morrison in AEW?
I haven't seen him. Is he still like? I know he just came out with QT just now, but like, he's literally only on Rampage.
He's here because his wife's here. I think he's just kind of collecting a paycheck. I love John Morrison. I wish he just had one good run somewhere.
Like, I don't know what to do for him because I don't want to see him in Impact again. He's done all he can there. But like him with QT Marshall, it could work. He fits that whole. I mean, he was the paparazzi thing when he first came in with Eminem. So he fits that kind of character type, but like I don't see him enough.
Yeah, he'd be great in the TNT title run.
Ooh, I mean, you need some fresh blood in there. I mean, Christian, even though he's not the champion, he's doing that belt well because he's just unbelievable on the mic.
100%. A nice spoiler for Bray or Terry. We'll check it out, Nate. You can let us know too. We don't mind spoilers. The rest of the world, other than us two, have seen it. So Bray is the coolest Sister Abigail on Bryan Danielson. That is true. Let's have some fun, huh? We're gonna celebrate Bray. We're gonna celebrate Terry Funk, and we're gonna celebrate All In and SummerSlam tonight. So let's talk about SummerSlam really quick, but I want to just bring up really quick here. This is I saw them in Denver getting out. I had the time before we went to the Raw there, and this was like 6 hours before the show. This is them getting out at, I do believe, the Pepsi Center. The whole Wyatt family were getting out of their cars, and it was just there's me with my creeper Dateline shot. But anyways, they were very cool, and I attribute how they were around fans to the story that I told you guys before about how Mark Henry as a heel was around fans. So being Supernatural Beings as a family coming out, and they rode together too. So that's kind of a cool thing to see as well. I really dug how as heels they came out as the Wyatt family and kind of just give a nod to fans, and we're still kind of cool coming out of the cars.
Man, that was cool. There's a video going around where like outside one of these shows, he goes up to a young kid, a young fan, and like just shakes his hand, and starts talking to him a little bit. It was just really, he was really involved in his business, man, in a deep way, and it's just again just too soon.
Yep. And we want to talk about people while they're still here and celebrate them. Cody as Stardust and Dustin took so much time with the fans and hanging out. I thought they were gonna like come to our houses for lunch and like dinner and just like hang out and help us out with chores. They were unbelievably nice. You can tell they're Dusty's kids. Again, this is probably about 7 years ago. It was before that WrestleMania with Triple H and Roman. Unbelievable people, Dustin and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, they're class acts as well. I know Cody stays for hours. He talks to everybody, signs everything. He's a true like number one guy.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I can tell why Eric absolutely loves Cody. He's great, and yeah.
And as great as he was as a heel, as a villain, because he was unbelievable. I think the babyface route is the way he's going to be remembered for, and what he's going to stick with till the end of his career.
Yeah. All right. Lastly, Cody Rhodes did a promo about Terry Funk. He added a hardcore stipulation for Brawling Brutes for Street Profits. Nice. I like that. Terry Funk hardcore match. Looking forward to that. God, this is just like when Eddie passed. Bray Wyatt vouched for Zelina Vega to get signed. Just saw her post on, and Seth Rollins. The stories of this guy are just unreal.
Yeah, I didn't see the Seth Rollins one yet. I feel like that's going to really be a deep one.
Yeah. All right. All In. The biggest independent wrestling show ever. Why? Because someone made a tweet saying they couldn't sell out 10,000 seat arenas, and they did. And now it is selling out. I still think it could get to 85, 90,000 on Sunday.
I think it will. Day of, I think it will. I know Tika's going to have a huge announcement. That's going to be cool.
He's got a huge announcement?
Like when the show happens, he's going to announce. I'm sure he's going to announce the audience in some way.
That's going to be big. Everything's going to be big. I'm very excited for this. I like the original, and that was kind of cool too. Rey Mysterio coming out.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio. I mean, it sucks the match got cut short, but it was still, unbelievable to see him in the match with Kota Ibushi, the Bucks, and everybody.
Yep. Some Britt Baker differences here between the two All Outs.
Yeah, Britt came along. She came a long way. She got thrown in there with the Wolves because she was only 2 or 3 years into her wrestling career at All In, and then when she eventually got signed to AEW, she's still not obviously. I don't think she's one of the best in the world yet. She's getting there. She has a long way to go, but she's come a long way. She really, with the spotlight thrown on her, she stepped up.
Yeah. They just push her. Anyways, a couple other all-in throwbacks here. Kenny and MJF. Man, MJF. Kenny Omega just doesn't age. That's why I'm not going to make a comment about him. This dude is like the next Billy Gunn. He's just whatever vitamin he takes, man. Whatever. But MJF, man, what a transformation. All positive.
Is, man. He went from the pre-show. I'm pretty sure he might have. He might have lost on the pre-show. I forget or not, but he was on the pre-show for All In. Got the call late. Sent a shot at Cody. Got put on the card. Now he's in the main event for a second one.
Unreal. Go after what you need to, man.
Yeah.
We talked about 75 right there and some news and rumors. Let's talk about All In really quick and get it compared to SummerSlam 92, because that's going to be a part of our trivia right here coming up. I'm not a fan of either tag team outside of wrestling, but holy shit, am I a fan of theirs inside the ring. FTR versus the Bucks 3. That's the shirt. I think it's a pretty cool shirt, kind of an old school, like Early's boxing throwback. I like it.
Yeah, they're going to be bringing all the shirts to All In, man. I'm glad they're putting effort like this into it. They've been doing a lot of effort with some of their posters as well.
Yeah.
So All In's going to be crazy for some of these shirts. Buy your shirts, sell it, have them sell out. Yeah, this match is going to tear it up.
Yeah. All right, and this is at Wembley Stadium, London, England. I do believe it was August 29th of 92. If my old man memory is correct. This was just fun. It was a spectacle to watch on Coliseum Home Video, VHS. It was something special, and I'm bringing this up, how special it was to watch this from Wembley on a VHS, to where you can watch All In live from Wembley. Live. I mean, it's just a big deal, because we're going to talk about people aren't too excited about the card. I'm not going to knock the full SummerSlam 92 card, but here's what it is, what it looked like in Wembley 92, by the way.
Do you actually have the card? Can we?
Oh, I do. Here we go.
Can we confirm if there's more than one women's match on here?
There's no women's match on here.
Oh, okay. TK got him.
TK got him. So this is the card. I mean, there's really only a few good matches in here. Legion of Doom versus Money Inc. That is IRS teaming with $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. That is Wyndham Rotunda's dad. So he was part of the Wembley 92 SummerSlam. Yeah. But if we're talking about the All-In card and AEW complaining, just remember the SummerSlam 92 card wasn't all that, minus a few matches. So a different time, but it's the spectacle. That's what we got to look at. We got to look at the spectacle and how big and how important this is, and just how cool it's going to be.
I mean, right away from the jump, you can just see the character work. There's all these different characters on here, as opposed to like when you do the AEW crowd. I think they got to. I'll give credit to Toni Storm. Her character work since losing the belt has been off the charts.
Okay, let me counteract that. Why the hell doesn't she do that character when she's with the Outcasts?
Does she?
I haven't seen. I've seen 2 where she didn't do it, but I've seen her on Collision do it. But maybe I missed it because I don't fully watch Dynamite all the time.
I think it might go back and forth. You might be right. I'll have to look back on it as well. Someone let us know in the chats.
Okay, let us know. But again, people are complaining about WWE touting 90,000 for 2 days, and WWE fans complaining that about the attendance for All In. After what happened this week, let's just be thankful of what we're getting in wrestling that is booming again, because obviously we absolutely effing love wrestling.
Yeah, and like my thing with what do you expect WWE to say? Like, I love AEW. I've been there since day one. But, they got this big 90K Wembley Stadium spectacle. Of course, WWE's going to come back and say, oh, we just did this, with WrestleMania. And then AEW should do the same thing and come back with it. It should be, back and forth with these numbers. And who wins in the end, who benefits? It's us. I mean, the wrestlers getting paid too, but it's us too as the fans.
Right. Oh, they have contract negotiations. They didn't have this during 92. That's when I started getting out of wrestling.
I haven't
Joint the Clown's a big deal? Nah.
I haven't been this excited for wrestling in so long, man. Like, this is another boom era. It's very special.
100%. Mr. Alpar, we're going to talk about Edge and our poll on our YouTube page.
Yes.
So if you voted, let us know. But you know what it's time for, Knock? It is time for trivia.
Everyone get in here. Zach just announced trivia is starting. The belt is on the line. 7 questions. You don't want to miss a question because you're not gonna beat me if you miss one.
Gravity dropping like a rock. Isaac Newton would be proud. QT Marshall celebrating the Triple A heritage right there with the gear.
You know,
All right.
QT Marshall's growing on me.
Yeah.
It's a long ass match though. I mean,
It is. I was
we
going
can
to
wrap it
say.
up.
All right, let's play some trivia. Is everyone ready for some trivia? We're going to have some fun here. I got 7 questions, and then after that, we're going to continue to talk about 2 things for All In. Keep your Wyndham Rotunda and Terry Funk love coming in, and we have a special ending to end the Rampage stream.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get ready here. First question of trivia. Get them in while you can. 7 questions. Here we go. What was the shortest match at SummerSlam 92? That duck is in the corner. Keep it going.
Way. I love the new graphic.
Thank you. What was the shortest match at SummerSlam 92? The match that's not on here is the Bret and Bulldog match because that was the second longest, I think, at 25 minutes.
Okay.
But one of these matches was the shortest. Just let us know which one.
If I had to take a guess, oh man, I'm gonna go with that Nasty Boys match, man. I've never seen them last at a ring too long.
Okay. Nails versus Virgil from Ready or Not. Mr. All Power. Repo Man versus Crush. Papa Shango versus Tito Santana. Poor Tito Santana. He's so good. I love Papa Shango, like Godfather and stuff, but.
Yeah.
All right, those are what we have in right now. Let us know. I'm going to the next one, and I got some stuff kind of thrown in here too to celebrate Bray. So,
yes, sir.
Undertaker versus Kamala. That was the shortest. It was, I think, just over 3 minutes.
Oh, must have been this. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Question number 2 of 7. Who came to the ring with Jay Lethal at All In 2018?
Oh, was it my boy Randy Savage's brother? I think he gave him a jacket.
Okay. Lenny Poffo. We got one for Knock. Dark Order are getting a nice story on ROH TV. They could have been added to the multi-match Stadium Stampede, in my opinion.
I think so too. Again, I'm surprised we didn't get a battle royal on the pre-show, whether it was men or women's or both. I thought we could have did something there.
Yep.
And
we got another one for Poffo.
I see. Let me see. Mr. All Power, Dark Order. Speaking of Ring of Honor, Athena's been doing great work with Billy Starks and the entire year, just killing it. I don't see why she's not on All in Wembley Stadium.
When you can do what Athena's been doing with, I'm not going to say jobbers, but with undercard people and a lot of independent people, there's no reason why she shouldn't be at Wembley.
No. And I hope she doesn't get rubbed the wrong way and but she's been killing it. I hope she's appreciated it and knows that.
Yeah. All right, it is. Y'all got it. It is Lanny Poffo because he was oozing machismo at the original All In. All right, what is the name of Terry Funk's character in Roadhouse?
Oh, yeah, you guys might have me here.
Remember, I cannot tell what you were doing, what you were Googling, what you were Jeevesing. And again, thank you everyone for checking the stream out. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Help us out with our algorithm because our strikes are going away and we can be back full force. Luchasaurus picks up the win against who knows. Okay, so that's one match for All Out. Luchasaurus, and was it Darby Allin?
Yeah, Luchasaurus, Darby Allin, and who is it? Hobbs and Miro.
Okay.
Let's get some women on there. We got a week to go. Let's get that announcement.
All right, I think I'm stumping the people with this one. Terry Funk's character in Roadhouse. Knock, have you seen Roadhouse yet?
I still haven't seen it, man. We did this. We did a tier list on this a while back, and it was my job to watch it. I have not seen it yet.
Oh, Roadhouse is so good. Terry Funk is good too. I got another Terry Funk question coming up. So, it was Morgan, kind of a generic one, but that was his character right there next to Patrick Swayze. Let's get into question number 4. What was the name of the concert Queen played at Wembley Stadium in 1985. I know they had a Wembley concert in 86, but the Jericho moment that he's trying to get, that he is just so greedily taking and just trying to squeeze into saying that he got over 80,000 ticket sales with Fozzy, it comes from what concert in 1985 that Queen did. It's a very important concert just for human rights even. So,
yeah.
Very cool. I think they played for like 25 minutes at this event.
I kind of jumped the gun on that Jay Lethal one, so I'll let people get in here.
Okay. All right. Collision Fighter Fest. Collision is what it is. It's going to be just kind of like Rampage with more multi-people matches. And the big thing on Collision is they announced Hook versus Jack Perry for the FTR Championship on the kickoff.
Yeah. I don't think we needed that there, to be honest. I like Jack Perry. I like Hook. But again, that room was for a theater.
Yeah. Jade could have done something again. I don't know.
Yeah, we got a lot of people that could return. Jade, Thunder Rosa. I do think TK has a big return in store. Or a debut. Something.
Save that for the end. We'll talk about that. I got one more all-in graphic at the end. We'll talk about that and get your picks on who do you think the surprise will be. We all have our thoughts, but I think it's going to be someone. I think there's going to be two. I think one. We'll get into it, but one I'm not excited about.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. What do you think this is, Knock?
Oh yeah, it was Live Aid.
Yeah.
Let me jump in the chat real quick. I'm not seeing anything pop up on my end, but I'm on my phone here. I see Ready or Not. I see Fat Laces got it, and Mr. All Power.
Okay. If you're in the chat, I do apologize. Mine obviously isn't coming through, so I cannot put you up on the screen. When it comes back, I'll put you up there. So let me know.
But I do see your guys' chats also. So those points will go to 3 guys.
Okay. All right, this is Live Aid. Look at that. That's crazy. That's a sea of people.
Yeah. That is insane. I think did DMX perform here as well? I remember seeing him do it
at Live Aid?
Not at Live Aid. Not at Live Aid. At Wembley. At Wembley. Let me correct myself. At Wembley, not Live Aid.
Okay.
I remember him rapping to a sea of people like this. I don't know if it was Wembley or not.
All right. It might have been Daly's place. We don't know. All right. Let's get into question number 5. Knock, if you can help me out with the chats here.
Yeah, I got you.
Who helped Bray Wyatt with the Fiend mask?
Oh, man. I'll let this one slide again. Our chats aren't loading it properly. I do know this one.
I do apologize if the chats aren't loading. I will check them out after the stream. And again, if you want to comment after the stream, if you're not watching this live, we talk to everyone. We love our community, and thank you again for being a part of it. Again, we got Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt memories coming in. Thank you guys for that. And Knock, if you got any of those that you want to throw out there that I can't put up on the screen, I'd love to hear them.
Let's see what else I remember from Bray Wyatt. You pointed out his point with Roman, which is cool stuff. I'll say this one. I actually enjoyed his feud before the match. I enjoyed his feud with Randy Orton and him joining the Wyatt family. I thought that reinvigorated the Wyatt family. I thought it was a nice addition to SmackDown too. The early days of SmackDown Live.
Yes, 100%. All right, let me know if you got any answers for this, or if Knock, if you want to answer it as well.
Yeah, not seeing any answers coming in. I'll give you guys another second. This is the 5th out of the 7 questions for the Trivia Championship belt.
Which I forgot again. I'm sorry, but it's
I actually might be wrong on this. I don't know if it was Friday or the Halloween, but it's the guy who made the mask for that. I don't have the name, so if that's a hint for you guys, jump in there and steal.
All right, the surprise person in this collision match, if you want to know, it is Hook.
It's who?
It's Hook.
Oh, really? That's cool, I guess. I was a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it'd be somebody else.
Yeah. All right, it is not Hook. Here it is Tom Savini.
Yes.
Tom Savini, man, this guy's so good. And if you remember from Dusk Till Dawn, he's the guy with the gun in his crotch that pops up. He's been in a bunch of movies. Night of the Living Dead, the original. This guy is a throwback. Look up Tom Savini and horror stuff, man. This is how good Bray Wyatt was. He's bringing people like Tom Savini to add depth to everything that he did.
And that's the thing. Whether you do like a sport or like you're into something really heavy, they always say to like draw from other different avenues, other lanes to bring into your craft, and it adds so much. And Bray was pulling from everywhere, man. And he wove it in such a good character. The Fiend is a generational character.
Yes. Couldn't agree more. Again, sorry about the chats, but question number 6 of 7. What 2 Sylvester Stallone movies was Terry Funk in? He was in 2. One of them, he was more of a stunt double, but he was in it. Just like Knocko's in White Men Can't Jump. You can watch it on Hulu.
Sir. Check out Hulu, your boy.
That's right.
It got hot. This one I don't know either, so this one's up for grabs for you guys.
One of them is one of Sly's franchises. He's got like 2. He wasn't in the Expendables. I'll just say that. The other one is a classic one, great soundtrack. It came out around the time of Roadhouse, so if that helps anyone in the chat, again, man, I don't know, StreamYard and that duck, man, keep messing with us.
Yeah, our chats are not loading in, so I'll be on my phone here to try to check you guys out. I see Fat Laces took some fun in the DMX Live Aid thing.
Oh,
I know he wasn't at Live Aid. I just know he performed. I'll find a clip for you guys next show.
Okay.
Mr. All Power, I want CM Punk to lose to Joe. Yeah, that'd be. I want Joe to get a big win. His biggest stage win was against Rey Mysterio, who was hurt, and he got to tap him out real quick. But I think I would love to see him get a nice victory there too.
Yep.
But we know CM Punk is the guy there. Fat Laces Over the Top and Cliffhanger.
Oh, close. Over the Top and Rambo 3.
Damn. Oh, so we have Mr. All Power with Rambo and Rocky.
Give me your point.
We'll get you guys your point there. Rocky. Good stuff. Over the Top. That's a good guess.
Hey, see all those people below Rambo right there, Knock?
Yeah.
That's who he all took out.
Oh my god. Yeah, I actually remember this actually. I remember that scene.
He took out an arm, whatever. This movie, the first Rambo is a really good movie about PTSD, but then it turned into that. But anyways, Over the Top, watch it. Great soundtrack. Terry Funk in both of those movies. Number 7. This one SmackDown may have given away, but maybe not, because Nate told us that it was more of a Terry Funk thing. On NXT Season 2, who was Husky Harris's pro? If you remember, they did rookies and pros.
Was it Cody?
Let us know in the chat. Knox says Cody.
I feel like it was Cody. I remember hearing about that recently.
The Outcasts are out now. Knocking everyone in the chat. Please pay attention to how much ring time Saraya has. I do believe AEW has been overly protecting her for some reason. I think it's to save her for this big moment. I'm
not mad at that. They should have been overly protecting Bryan Danielson as well from himself, who wrestled 10 more minutes after he broke his arm.
That's true. All right, the doctor was seeing how she has cut back in her dental practices so she could do more promo stuff for AEW as well as wrestles. So she still keeps in touch with it, though. So I think she just does. I don't want to say how much she does, but she still does a little bit, but just not as much as she has been doing, which is already kind of a little bit. But she's still in there.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else in the chat now?
Flooded with random fans trying to.
There's a post you can find online. It looks like a bad comic book signing, like outside the line. Yeah, that's when you sneak out the back and.
I'd be switching different places all the time.
Yep. Knock, you got it. It was Cody.
Yeah. I remember seeing this recently. That would have been such a good story, man. It would have read itself. And then Cody and Bray, we could have seen on the mic together. Oh man, that would have been special.
Yep.
That is one thing I'll say again. Even before Bray became the Fiend, when he was doing the Wyatt family stuff, his promos were so different. Like I felt like I was watching a movie, and I'll rewatch his promos. The way he delivered them, man, and like it was so good.
I agree, man. Bro, it's so good. This is the women's match on right now. It is main eventing Rampage. So see how we go here at that. I'm sure this just ended in a melee, which is fine. All right, but again, we cannot see them in the chats right now, but please, I will check them out later. Let us know if you got any memories of Terry
thank you
Funk.
for jumping in. I'm lagging out a little bit. I don't know. Can you hear?
I got you. You're in and out, but I got you.
We had some people in the chat as well. Noob & Co. and Fat Laces. Oh, All Power had Cody Rhodes as well.
Okay. Nice job, everyone. We are celebrating Terry Funk and Wyndham Rotunda Bray Wyatt tonight. Again, if you're not watching live, leave comments. We'll comment back. We'd love to hear your thoughts on either of these huge talents, these generational talents that did a lot and were themselves. All right. Not sure when this match will go on in the card, but one women's match at All In. And I just hope it gets at least a lot of time. I would say bare minimum of acceptance would be 15 minutes. Again, Undertaker and Kamala, 3 minutes and about 27 seconds. So nothing should be as short as Undertaker and Kamala. All right. Yeah, I got you.
All right. Say if we do get a new champion at all.
Knock is fading in and out. All right, let's talk about this really quick here. Let's check the poll because I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on this. Yeah, well, Knock comes back. I got a women's segment that I want to talk about really quick, but this is our poll this week. What should Edge do? Go to AEW, re-sign with WWE, or retire? 455 you thank you all for voting. Re-sign with WWE. That's the one I voted for. That's why it's highlighted on there. Mainly because I don't know if TK really deserves Edge or to say Mercedes Moné right now, just because of how the booking and how he can't keep his talent in check, especially with the Elite and the CM Punk group. I don't feel he deserves that rub right away, but I do feel Edge could show up at All In because he's swerving people and he could show in the swerve match. And then he went out of his way to sip a cup of coffee from a chair at his home, which he could have recorded at any time, and he could be in London right now, and he could be BSing everyone, and then he could get a big pop, Royal Rumble-wise pop, and he could be AEW bound already because we already talked about it. Beth Phoenix was like, hurry up, honey. I got stuff to do after this on Friday Night SmackDown last week.
Yeah, it's crazy how it's picking up, but I think Edge might actually. Adam Copeland is All Elite. And to counter Zach's point about TK recently said, he wants to have the best roster possible. He's always scouting, and sometimes not everyone's going to get along, but they know this is business. We're professionals. I do think he needs to get his locker room in check. He needs to lay down the law. But I think Edge going over, you see Danielson there, you see Christian there having a good time. I think Edge coming over, if he gets the proper time, the proper production, which I do believe AEW is getting better at, I would love to see him versus Kenny Omega.
That'd be great. I take that. I take just a handful. I don't want to see random stuff in there. I know a lot of people are calling for another Hardys and then get the Dudleys back in to do one final TLC match. I don't think they need that.
Definitely want to do that. And I mean, as critical as Bubba has been of AEW, I can't see him coming back to there. But and then Jeff is finished. I want to see Jeff very sporadically here. He still gets good pop. He's still like a great person to have on the roster. I'd love to see him get some shine. But I'm very nervous watching him wrestle nowadays.
I agree. All right, that is the poll. Keep your eyes on polls because we do them every week and we love them and we love to see what you guys think. This is very interesting what you guys think about this. So a lot of people thought he should stay in WWE and
the
way he's getting paid.
And I really, again, I give TK the benefit of the doubt a lot. I was really hoping he would come through and book that second women's match. It's not seeming possible, and I don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah. Let's talk about that really quick. This is one of the last ones I have. These are the women on the right here who are not on the card. The top row, all of them have done enough stuff to deserve it, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't get why you don't give the TBS title a spotlight like this. Chris Statler's been incredible. She's been doing her best with the limited amount of time she's had on TV. I mean, she's freaking lifting Renee during a interview, doing something different, doing something to get noticed. She's sign languaging to the crowd, which they missed for like the first 3 weeks she was doing that. They kept missing it on camera until finally, I guess someone talked to him saying, "Hey, I'm trying to do something for a different audience," and they finally get her on the crowd now.
Book the women's division better. That sign popped up during was a Britt Baker match on Dynamite. He then had the women main event Dynamite, but then after that they got relegated to main eventing Rampage like they are tonight. So it was like book the women's division better. And then once that cooled off super fast, then they got kind of like relegated to Rampage main events, which it's still a main event, but I mean, I love doing this, but it's Rampage.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, especially when you're taping it, like it's not live or it's like the leftovers after Dynamite. Like it's still good to get reps. Still good. You're still on TV, but it's coming on at 7 o'clock on our side, 10 o'clock on Eastern time.
Yep.
It's just not the most ideal situation. I feel like they jip you on the Mark Henry thing for the main event. I feel like they don't do that as much or as like clean as they used to.
Right. That used to be a big deal, and now it's just kind of thrown in there.
Yeah.
Let us know if there's anyone on the card here that you think should have gotten a match. I mean, we can think of a bunch of them right there, but it's kind of a shame that such a big deal was made about this pay-per-view, and so many guys are just thrown into multi-man matches, and we don't have at least one more women's match.
And exactly, you could have done another. I would have took a women's 6-man tag or 6-woman tag, if you will, something to get people on the card, get that big spotlight. And I will keep saying her name. Athena has earned a big spot, and she's getting relegated to carrying ROH.
100% she's carrying that show because their champions are barely showing up.
Exactly. A show where the champions don't show up.
Yeah. Let's talk about last thing about All In before we kind of head out for the night here. We got a few more minutes. We got a very special ending, so stick around. A little tribute to Bray Wyatt that we're going to do. We're going to try something new here on the Rampage stream. But this is the card minus the 2 0-hour matches. This is it's going to be a huge spectacle to watch. It's going to be great to see. It's very good for wrestling in general. So even if you're a WWE mark, this is a good thing. And again, we talked about it. The SummerSlam 92 card isn't, I don't even think, as stacked as half of this card. And AEW always delivers great matches. So anything that you would like to see, leave a comment, and any surprises, Knock, I'll leave that with you right now.
For surprises, I want to see Mercedes Moné, man. Fly her out. She's been posting a little more lately. I'm hoping she's healthy and ready to go. I need someone to show up and make that big appearance. And I don't want to see a women's match. You do the match, and you will just quickly skip to a backstage segment or like something that they've been doing. Take your time with this pay-per-view. Let us feel the moment. Let us feel the crowd.
Yeah.
If Saraya wins, who I did pick to win in her own crowd, bring out Mercedes or bring out AJ Lee. We got to see something special, man.
I'm down with everything you just said, and I do unfortunately think Goldberg's coming out.
Why?
Think of how long that's going to be too. His long ass entrance, and you saw the layout. It's going to be a longer ass entrance with Wembley. So they got to watch that with the surprises too. It's got to be someone who can like make that watch.
You don't bring out some random on your biggest card of all time. Bring him out for All Out if you want. I'm sorry. All Out's still a great pay-per-view, but bring him out for All Out if you want.
He's going to get booed like a mother in Chicago.
And don't forget, you got to piss off Bret Hart entirely. He'll never want to come to your show ever again.
That's who's going to announce the amount of people there. That's going to announce the attendance is Bret Hart, I'll bet.
Imagine. I want to see stuff like that. I want to see Thunder Rosa. I know she's going to be there, like Zach was saying, for commentary. I want to see her get a spotlight. Jamie Hayter. Maybe Dan still will be in the building. I just want to. You can take your time with this pay-per-view. You can really let moments settle in. Don't rush into the match. Don't rush out of the match. Just take your time. This is special.
This is special. SEW, our buddy Steve, he's going. His buddy NXT Steve is going as well. So everyone over there, have a great time over there. You're home, London. And at this big event, it's going to be monumentous. Take a lot of pictures. I can't wait to see what y'all post about it and what y'all YouTubers do. Definitely check out SEW in the next week or so after this pay-per-view and see what he puts out there. So
I would love to go, but hopefully they do this again.
Oh, and I couldn't say this under predictions, but here we go. The main event, I don't think everyone's going to come out. Like you said, I think the Kingdom and the big turn with Adam Cole is going to happen at All Out. So I think CM Punk is going to come out after MJF wins. Then they're going to have their match for the actual AEW Championship at All Out in Chicago a week later, because then you don't need any build, because that's kind of a big thing right there, and you don't need build for it. And then at All Out, CM Punk will win because of Adam Cole and the Kingdom's interference. And then you set up more of a bigger Adam Cole, like you were talking about on our predictions video. And that way he can go for the title afterwards. And because I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to want to end on a positive note at London. And I don't think a heel turn Adam Cole with the Kingdom is going to be that big of a deal, in my opinion.
Okay.
But
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because they're teasing a lot. MJF turning, even though he kind of is already been a heel his entire career.
mm-hmm.
So it should be good, man. I'll be tuning in on the West Coast. This starts at 10 a.m. for us. Was it the pre-show starts at 10, or is that the main card?
The kickoff starts at 9, I do believe.
Woo! So I'll be up early on Sunday.
Coffee and wrestling, cereal and wrestling, whatever you do, Pop Tarts and all in. That's what it's all about Sunday morning. Let us know if you're going to get it. Let us know if you're going to get that and All Out. That's $100 right there.
That is true, and all in a week's time.
Any other chats that you got coming through, or are they all still freezing up on your end?
Yeah, I'm gonna go through this actually. It's a little behind here. Let me see. Cody Rhodes. We got Fat Laces out here. Dang, Soraya could be my reptile. All right. Miss All Power agrees. He really agrees.
Damn.
y'all, what y'all doing tonight, man?
You guys messed up the chat. That's what happened.
Yes. Y'all froze the chat. Fat Laces. Also, One Night Stand, Funk and Dreamer versus Foley and Edge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one. Ready or Not Wrestling. Edge needs to go all elite, so he does want to see Edge there. I'm guessing I know what you voted for. Fat Laces again. Statlander caved out and basically firearm carried Ruby Soho out the building. Yes, she did. Build up on that TBS championship, man. We need to see those two at it somehow. What's left here? Noob & Co. And this is why AEW is terrible for booking women's matches. Imagine Mariah May and Talia Markova get signed there and nothing but catering. I mean, where's Penelope Ford at?
Right. Here's a random trivia question. Who'd she come out with at the original All In?
Oh, yeah, well, that's what I was confused on when AEW started, because she came out with Joey Janela for the Hangman match. And then, yeah. This one's for you, Zach, or for both of us, I guess. Mr. All Power, would you ever go to England, or have you been?
I would.
Yeah, I would love to go.
Yeah.
Never been. Would be a crazy flight. I've never taken a flight over a body of water like that, so that'd be kind of crazy. But I would love to go there.
Yeah, I'd love to go too. This would have been a good opportunity, but we'll get another one at some point, and I'm sure WWE will have WrestleMania 41 there with John Cena.
Yeah, the Sea of the Nation. Last thing of seeing the comments here, Miss All Power, we are so lucky we're getting All In, then All Out, then Arthur Ashe.
Yeah. Arthur Ashe, you got to save some people for too. That'd be a good one for Edge to come out too, if it is until September, like you did originally state.
I hope they sell out like the first one. The layout they had for the first one was really special. Last year's felt a little cut off, and it was right on the heels of the whole brawl out thing, and there was just a lot of bad vibes on AEW around the time. So hopefully this one is as big as the first one.
I hope so too. But all right, any other comments in there? Or
I think Fat Lace just jumped in as you said that. Fat Lace's oop had both Saraya and Tony are smugly hold each side of women's title, and that's the show. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. Do you think that I don't think we talked about this? Do you see the Outcasts breaking up here?
I'll be honest, they never did anything for me. It was a bad NWO ripoff, and I think that maybe that's what they're teasing with this, what they just ended Rampage with. But I mean, I like Saraya, but I mean, are we just giving her the title because she was Paige, or she hasn't really done that much in AEW?
She hasn't. She came back as a face, and like something didn't work. I don't know if it was like the booking as well. Jamie Hayter was just so on fire that they had to turn her heel right away. I did like the Outcast. I was all for it. This group all three women are really good. I thought we were building towards another member joining and then Blood and Guts. So I was very disappointed in that.
Yeah.
And I'm actually, as I'm watching this build, Saraya did pick up the win. They're both going for the belts. I'm not fully sold Saraya wins here, actually.
Okay. So then maybe it is a build of the Outcast. Then maybe he's another member.
Would it be more interesting if she does lose and then she goes a little, nuts, and Toni Storm's when it costs her, we get that feud going, or we get another member to come help them win? There's a lot of different angles you can go here.
There are. Well, honestly, I guess her winning tonight kind of makes me more interested in the match then, because from what we talked about, it just seemed like Saraya was the natural choice to give it to.
100%. It would be a shame to cut Hikaru Shida so short on her second reign, but
true.
We'll see which way this goes.
That's just,
All right.
I think you got it with Mercedes joining. You can have your
Yeah.
kind of night, almost joining. You can have your
Yeah.
kind of night, almost Hulk Hogan NWO moment, then beating down, and then you keep the belt on Shida.
Imagine. And Mercedes is a natural heel.
Yes, she's so good as a heel.
TK, you got one more chance, man. One more day. You didn't announce it on Dynamite or Ring of Honor or Rampage. Announce the second women's match on Collision.
Please do. Nothing has been with the spoilers, so who knows? That is it for Rampage. Anything else that you want to touch on?
That's really it, man. I don't think we'll be streaming All In. That's up in the air. I did like the turnout for Rampage. This is Rampage return. Zach, this is Zach. I'm just a guess here. But
I appreciate you joining. I appreciate everyone joining too, man. It's been good to be back.
Yeah.
All right. That is it. Again, if you're not watching live, or if you're just bored and you want to comment and you find other things about it, let us know any memories that you have of Terry Funk matches, or if you met him, or anything like that, or if you watch Roadhouse Knock.
Yes.
Notice Terry Funk. But yeah, a true legend. For every era, just to revisit, whether you're a fan of hardcore matches or if you're just a fan of someone who gave a shit about the business. Terry Funk.
Yeah.
And of course, this one hit yesterday. This is the bigger one. Honestly, one of my favorite performers of this generation. Again, we talked about the stuff that he put into his work, the stuff that he put in from his own personal life into the work that you didn't necessarily see or have shoved down your throat on TV that was in there integrated, is above and beyond what most people would ever do even in Hollywood here. People kind of just go with what they're given, just in general. Bray Wyatt wanted to go to the next level with everything that he did, with his character work, with how he spoke on the microphone, with the words that he spoke were very specific into what that character at the time would have said, whether it was the cult leader, whether it was the Fiend, whether it was in the Firefly Funhouse, or whether it was with Uncle Howdy. Everything that he said was very specific and worded specifically, which gave all of his characters depth, which is just, it's something not unheard of in wrestling, but it's unbelievably rare. So with that, it makes it extra sad that a talent like this got taken from us at the age of 36. And yeah, Wyndham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt, one of my favorites of all time. That was it was a big hit. But thank you all for joining us tonight, for celebrating Terry Funk, for celebrating Wyndham Rotunda, for celebrating a huge accomplishment for AEW with All In, and for celebrating a wrestling community like this. Thank you for being a part of it. And Knock, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you all, man.
All right, with that being said, we're going to try something different here. We got a special ending here. It is a kind of a our version of a 10-bell salute, I guess. We're going to play it right now, and then that is going to be the show. Thank you all for joining, and just bear with us here as we just end the show with this.